What's going on, world? It's Ace Torn. Welcome to the Risk Takers. Today, we have a risk taker that's joining us for a conversation. She recently transitioned from the classroom into entrepreneurship. Now, she's a CEO and the founder of Trillium Wealth Management Firm. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Jasmine Fenderson.
Hello, everyone. What's going on? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'm glad to have you. So I want to start off because I know you in fitness.
Yeah.
And I see that you're kind of serious about your health, which is a good thing, you know. How has fitness and health kind of transitioned your life?
Man, it really keeps me like disciplined and focused, I feel like, because it also puts me in an arena or an environment with other people who are like-minded.
Yeah.
So most of the time when people care about their health, when they, go work out, when they go to the gym and that kind of thing, they're disciplined and they're consistent in like other ways, right?
Right.
So I enjoy being around like-minded people. So I feel like it's transitioned my life because it's put me around more people that are like me. So I've been able to build more friendships, with just like-minded people. So that's been the cool thing about it.
And that's a good thing you said that, because a lot of times when people actually consistent and go to the gym and, be in health, they really don't have too many people to kick it with.
Right.
And I noticed that, and I'm like, damn, I wonder why it's like that. So how do you find friends and people that's like-minded like you, like love going to the gym, that's big in their health? Where do you find them at?
Well, I feel like it's going places or just doing things that you would normally do.
Like your hobbies and things like that?
Yeah, and you kind of just like stumble across that type of person. Also, too, like what you are, you attract. So literally who I am like that, I just like attract that person to me because I'm not really going to find myself hanging out with somebody, that doesn't really like the things that I like or want to do. Not that like you have to only do what I want to do. I'm not saying that, but you get what I mean. Like
but you open to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now right now we're living in the time 2025. Mental health is like crucial. Yeah. So how do you gain control of your mental health?
That's such a great question. Well, one thing that I do believe in is therapy. I think that people that look like us don't always believe in therapy, but
you say that again.
Yeah, but it really is a game changer. It's something that helped me so much. I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I remember being like postpartum and super depressed and just like, I need a change in my life and, I need help. And I didn't really know where to start. And I was so against therapy, but I actually had a cousin that was like, I'm going to pay for your first session and just go.
That's a good cousin.
Right. She paid for that session, and I've been going to therapy ever since. So I'm a super big advocate for that. Also very big in my faith. So definitely going to God, scripture. I watch and listen to Pastor Keon. He is a pastor in the Houston area. So even if you can't find a church that resonates with you in your city, there's so many online things because of technology.
That's the beauty of online.
That you can go to. So I would say tap into something, a podcast, a book, something that, because if you don't add something else to your mind, then everything that you have in there is just going to keep on swimming around. So you need something new to add to your mind, and then that's how you can be helped with your mental health. If you add something else to your mental.
So what's your outlet? What type of outlet do you have besides like going to therapy?
I would say my friends too. Definitely have like a close, tight-knit group of people that are like my go-tos. And, it's people like, and this is no shade, but like, I'm not going to someone that I know that their life is in chaos to ask questions, to them for how to help me for advice, right? Right. I'm going to the person who's grounded. Like I have a really great close friend. She's a preacher's kid. So it's like, okay, when I need some help, I'm like, I know she has this wisdom, like I'm going to her to talk to her. So you got to be strategic in the people that you go and talk to and speak to. But so that's one of the things that's my outlet. Also music. People think that I'm like this super huge extroverted person because I'm outspoken and well-spoken, but I'm really not.
So you shy?
I actually am.
Oh, no, I kind of got that at the beginning, but I was like, nah, she ain't shy. She just ain't in her element.
No, well, okay, maybe it's that. I guess it's like a mixture of that, because if I go somewhere that like I've never been before and I don't know the people, I'm going to be super silent. Like I'm going to be like literally like it'll be like, does she talk? Like I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to observe the whole full situation.
So what makes you light up then? What gets you in that that state to where you know you're extrovert and you're not an introvert?
Yeah, I think just like getting a little bit more comfortable, kind of seeing and knowing. I'm one that likes to even though life you don't know what to expect, but I kind of like to know what to expect. So I'll kind of analyze situations like, okay, he the party boy, he finna be doing XYZ over here. You know, she's like this, she's like that. So I'll kind of scan, and then I'll be like, okay, you know, I can trust these people. So I'll be a bit more talkative.
When was that change in your life when you kind of transitioned? You said something about, you know, you made a change in your life. What was that moment when you were like, yeah, I got to change some shit. It's getting real.
Really like enough was enough for me because a little bit of background. So I was a teacher before, as you mentioned, right? So I taught 4th and 5th grade for 6 years, but I wasn't making enough money to make ends meet. A single mom, working, it's no longer there anymore, but I was working at like this super hot club in the city, and so I had to do that, and I was waiting tables, like I was doing so much at one time, like just to make ends meet. And I was like 28, and I was like, bro, like, are you gonna do this forever? Are you gonna be 30 and you're gonna be waiting tables and bartending and being like living 3 different lives, like, and trying to be a mom? Like, I was like, no, I want one job where I can do what I'm supposed to do, where I can live out my purpose, and I can really be the person that I'm supposed to be. And so that's when I was like, okay, I know, you know, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna keep getting what I've got. So I've gotta change something in order to get something new. And so that's really was like my breaking point. It was just like, I can't keep doing all these things anymore. Right. So I've got to change something to become somebody new.
Gotcha. Now, what type of struggles did you have when making that transition? Because it's a tug when you coming from, you know, you've been doing the same thing 7 to 6 years and then transition over to a new life. What type of struggles that you have?
So many struggles. You struggle with like yourself as a person, like your identity, because it's like you almost feel like you're being fake because you've become this new thing, and it's not what you recognize, and it's not what anybody around you recognizes. So it's like, who even are you right now? But it is your truth. It's just your new truth. And so overcoming so many new things at one time. Yeah. Like, I'm going to quit my job teaching, and so then I'm just going to be an entrepreneur, and I'm going to be in this new space. But now I've got to be consistent and disciplined, and I'm going to not complain as much, and I'm going to eat right. And so like all these things, it's like, oh my gosh.
And it's all on you.
Right.
And that's the thing.
Right. If it's to be, it's up to me. Yeah. So then I have to, and while I can get advice and while I can get encouragement, and that's great, at the end of the day, it's like a you versus you situation. It is. So that was like the toughest thing. It's just like forming this new identity, and then also not necessarily like convincing people around you, but like people around you believing you. Because at first they're like, nah, girl, like we going to the club, like you finna twerk all night. Like,
like we ain't hearing what you talking about.
Like,
stop playing.
Like, cut it out. But then I'm like, no, guys, like, I'm really not that person anymore. Like,
I take that.
Yeah, like no shots, no thanks. Like, I do want champagne now. And then it's like, oh, you bougie. Oh, you know. So you have to overcome that.
Yeah. How many friends did you lose, or so-called friends?
Ooh, I would say a lot. Like a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of people that I just like disassociate with, or no, I mean, it's no like love lost, like don't hate you.
They just don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, they don't understand, or they were gonna keep me in my same habits. Like they weren't contributing to my future, and my new self that I was trying to become. Like they were more so kind of telling me what I couldn't do, or like continuing to put limits on me. So I was just like, you know what? This has got to go.
Where did confidence come from? Because you got to have confidence to do that, and you got to believe in yourself. So where did your confidence come from to do that, to stand and be like, you know what, I got to stand on this?
I will say I didn't give myself options. So this was the only thing. This was the only choice. So I knew like this is your old life, and this is what you were doing. And so like you've got to have this new life. And so I've seen so many people become successful, and all the successful people, I saw that book that you had coming in, like, but like, that's a good one. That's a really good one. But like all the successful people are doing and saying the same exact thing. Right. So I was confident in that. I was confident in knowing like, this formula works.
Yeah.
I've seen it from Beyonce. She's consistent.
Everybody.
She does her thing. Like from
Yeah.
that to, I mean, anybody that you can think of. That's
Right.
like
It's like they on the
successful.
same program.
Yeah, it's literally the same formula.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So I was like, okay, I know I'm smart and
Right.
I'm coachable. So I can apply a formula to my life.
Right.
So I know this is gonna work. And then I'm not gonna give myself any other choice.
Right.
So this is my choice. This is the formula. This is what's gonna happen. And so that's why I was able to be like, okay, yeah. But I've kind of always been like that though too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've always been willing to just like do my thing, like no matter what anybody else says.
And that's where the commitment came in at.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now tell me about the Trillium Wealth Management Firm.
Yes.
Trillium. Wealth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Trillium is actually, just to give you some background about the name, the Trillium is a flower. And it's actually
It's a flower.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a trillium flower. It's a 3-leaf flower, and it blooms in very harsh conditions, like within adversity.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that flower, I was like, you know, this really means something. I was thinking about so many things, like what should I name this, you know, this firm. But I saw that, I don't know, I was doing some research, talking to another person that helped found Trillium with me, and we just like came up with it. But because I feel like even through adversity, like I bloomed, like that really was my story. Like all these things were going on, there was all this chaos, but I was still able to like come out of that.
Right.
Also, just like with the power of 3, our idea is that you visualize, plan, and execute, and that really is like,
I like that.
it's like dumbed down. Like that's the formula to success, honestly.
Yeah.
If you put it like, if you say fitness wise, okay, I'm going to visualize my body, I'm going to plan out my meals, I'm going to plan out my workouts, and then I'm going to do it,
And get to
then
work.
you'll be able to reach it.
Right.
If I want to build a business, like whatever you want to do, I'm gonna dream it, I'm gonna see it, I'm gonna plan it out.
And you're gonna bring it to reality.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's really like the science behind the name of Trillium. But so what we do is we help people as far as like wealth management goes.
Okay.
So it's pretty much through life insurance. People think that life insurance is just for like when you pass away and that's it, but it's actually a wealth building tool.
Yeah.
And it's something that goes towards your net worth. There's a lot of other cultures, people that might not look like us, that do a lot of investing in life insurance. Like day one, the soonest you can get a life insurance policy is being 2 weeks old. And so most people in those other cultures,
and then the other cultures, they own it before the baby, the baby born.
As soon as the baby's
you know
born. And the thing is, if you make that kind of investment starting out, you know, at a young age, but even older, you can create so much, I mean, millionaire status.
Millions. And that's how a lot of people, the number one, that is the most richest path in the world, is insurance.
Yeah.
But, you know, I hate that, you know, our culture is not educated on it so much because they think it's just death. And at first I did too. I ain't gonna lie. They started talking about life insurance. I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to talk about that.
Right.
Like, they're just too, nah, we talking about death now. We don't want to speak death. But no, honestly, it's like, that is your path to wealth.
Yeah.
And, you know, kind of break that down for people that don't quite understand, you know, that it can really help them. So,
Well, number one, if you think about it, we insure everything else for if this might happen, but us passing away is going to happen for sure. So
Yeah,
that's just
for
like
sure, yeah.
that's just like number one.
We
Like,
all
okay,
want them
I'm
to
a
think
logical
that,
person.
though.
I know,
You know.
I'm a logical person, but I just got to do logical first.
and I hate to,
I'm
I
sorry.
hate thinking about that
'Cause
shit too,
I
but
know,
it's the truth.
I know.
You know what
But
I'm
it's
saying?
just like, okay, when you think about though, like your risks, and you think about getting money, right? If you
Right.
think about going to the casino, right? You're putting this money into something, and you may or you may not
That's a
get
risk.
a return.
Yeah.
It's a risk,
Facts.
right? But what I'm saying to you is, with this inevitable that we know, I'm giving you a guarantee.
Guaranteed.
I'm giving you a 100% that this is what's going to happen. This payout is going to come.
And it's really ain't no risk.
Right. It's not. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The risk is actually placed on the company that's what it is. It's literally a shift in risk. So it's taking the risk off of you.
Yeah.
It's taking the risk off of your family, and now you're putting the risk on the insurance company. So that's just one thing. I like to give, like, you know, you want the bad news or the good news. So I like to give the bad news first.
Okay, they
So
build
that's
you up.
that's
Break
the
it
bad
down and
news.
build you up. Yeah.
So that was like worst case scenario. But then also what people don't know is that while you're alive, through these types of plans, you're able to grow wealth for yourself completely tax-free that you have access to. And there's no limit in age. So you actually don't have to wait until you pass away to utilize the money. that you make in a life insurance plan.
So what's the difference between term and
Whole life.
whole life? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So term is going to be for a set amount of time. It's going to be for a certain period of years. So like 10, 20, 30 years, right? So it's going to last for that long.
Right.
And what's going to happen is you're going to get a larger amount for a cheaper premium. So for example, if I was going to cover somebody for $500,000 for 30 years, the premium is probably going to be about 30 to 40 bucks
A month.
a month
Gotcha.
for $500,000 for $500,000. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
For just a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And so oftentimes that is what is seen as mortgage protection because someone may buy a $300,000 home.
Right.
And that home's mortgage lasts for 30 years.
30 years.
So as soon as you buy a house, you want to get some term coverage so that, God forbid, something happened, we don't lose this house because somebody passed away, right? The other amazing thing about term, now this isn't with all term policies, but with the ones that I'm able to help families with, there's something called living benefits.
Okay.
So not only do you have to pass away, that's just like normal insurance, right? But you could just get sick with a critical, chronic, or terminal illness, cancer, stroke, heart attack, have a car accident, something that creates a situation where you can't work, it pays out.
Do you have to pay that money back, or it's like tax?
No, tax-free money, because remember we said what insurance is shifting the risk.
It's the risk on the company. Got you. Okay.
So that's term, and then whole life is going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's going to be coverage that's going to last for your entire life, and then that's the coverage that builds cash value. So you have access to this money. You can use, when you see people and you're like, now I know they got a good job, but they got 5 kids, and how did they buy them all a car when they turn 16?
Yeah.
And how are they putting them all through college, and how are they paying for these weddings, and how are they giving them a down payment on a home?
They're going crazy.
They're using the cash value of life insurance policies.
And they've been doing it for decades too.
Decades.
Decades.
And I mean, then the money, it grows on top of money, on top of money.
Yeah.
If someone passes away, it pays out. Think about getting $500,000.
Damn. At a young age too.
You know, and then utilizing that to invest in another policy that's going to build cash value, and then going and buying your duplex or investing into your Airbnb business.
And see, that's what I be thinking. Yeah, make your money, make more money.
Right, and that's the thing, and that's what a lot of people do as well. They invest into these types of plans, and then they use it to grow whatever business that they want to.
Gotcha.
Because what it does is it grows wealth for you aggressively. And this is, see, the thing is, a lot of people are in income mindset. This is a net worth talk.
Right.
This is a net worth conversation.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about net worth, then it's like,
with that mindset, you have to program yourself to think in that space. Because if you're stuck in the employee mindset, it's only so much that you're gonna retain.
right.
Because a lot of things you're gonna block out because it's over your head, and second of all, you don't want to try to learn it.
Absolutely.
But I think this right here, this conversation is gonna open up a lot of eyes on this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So if a person got a term,
Yeah.
say for 6 years, can they go back and reapply for whole life?
Absolutely. So there's no limit on the amount of coverage that you can have or the amount of plans that you can have. So that's something else that's a misconception. People think, oh, well, I've had this plan for 10 years, so if I get another one, will it mess up what I have? No. There is no limit
You
on
can
the
have 2
amount.
policies.
You can have 18 policies.
Damn. On different people, I'm saying like on yourself.
You can have 18 policies on yourself.
On yourself?
On yourself.
I didn't know that.
Yes. You can, yes. And see,
You're
that's
a
the
walking, you're a walking check for real.
thing. Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
I
That's
did
the
not
thing
know
that's
that.
insane about it, right? So if you go buy a house and you need term for that situation, yes, get the term. But then also for your whole life, you need some whole life coverage. Just in general, because like I said, bad news, we know what's coming inevitably.
We know what's coming.
Regardless, but it's a guarantee for a payout. But then
Yeah.
also, let's make some money and build some wealth
Why you here?
while I'm here, while
Right.
I'm living. It's actually pretty much like a bank account that you own. Because you are, instead of seeing it as, oh, I'm paying a premium, you're really investing into your own account. Because the account grows tax-free.
Yeah.
It also is something that the IRS can't touch, creditors can't touch. So if you get into some, credit trouble, they garnishing your account or whatever, they can't come garnish your life insurance policy. It's an amazing thing that like so many people don't know the ins and outs.
Yeah.
They just think I'm paying for when I die. No.
Right.
You are doing so much more. It is so much
And
more.
this is a very interesting industry. Like, but I want to know, like, how did you get into it? What made you, saying like, made you want to get into this and just go all in?
Yeah, well, honestly, I really stumbled upon it. So I was teaching at the time, and I told you my daughter's 7 now. She
Right.
was like 2, and she had just got diagnosed with autism. She's completely nonverbal at the time, and I needed to take her to speech classes.
Right.
And my principal told me I could not leave on my lunch break.
No.
Right. So I'm like,
And you told him the situation.
they knew from the. I mean, I was there when I had my baby, so I mean, they knew,
Damn,
everything
that's crazy.
from the jump, right?
Yeah.
But so I understand, they have a leadership position.
It is what
they
it
got to
is,
do what
yeah.
they got to do, but
Right.
I had to do what I had to do.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, there's no way that I am going to be helping other people's kids and I can't help my own.
That's a job for you, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I was like, and this was like kind of after like COVID and everything like that. So remote jobs were like still like
Right.
really prevalent. So I'm like, I just need a remote job where I can make exactly what I'm making teaching. And what I was making was $2,500 one time a month on the last day of the month. I couldn't even pay my rent now with that.
Yeah, you'll be woo.
Right?
Right.
But so I stumbled across the insurance industry, and it was a flexible job, right? So
And you work on your own time too, don't you?
yeah. So I'm making my full-on own schedule. Now you do have to be structured, but praise God, I was a teacher before, so I had structure.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But so making my own schedule, I was able to, take my daughter, and she's verbal now, like, so I know I made the right decision. So,
Right.
but that's really what it was. I was like, for her, I've got to take this risk. I'm already tired. I'm already beat down. I'm already thinking to myself, I can't keep doing this forever. I need a new situation. So I didn't have anything to lose because I had my degree and I was a great teacher. So if I quit and this doesn't work out, I could go right on back. I mean,
Go back to
right
teaching.
now, if I wanted to, like, I can go teach at any class. So I knew, and that's the thing that I want people to get to is like, what you're leaving, when you're leaving good to get to great, like, good will be there.
Yeah.
So if great doesn't work out, you can still go back to
to good, yeah.
Especially if you left in the right way, I put in my 2 weeks. I worked out, my whole last time. Like I didn't, it was just like, I'm out of here, There was no just walking off the scene. But
You
if you
prepped
do
them
things,
before you left.
right,
Yeah.
you do things the right way. But yeah, so that's really how I stumbled across it, and I just continued to grow and build. And it was, the thing for me was like, I don't have anyone micromanaging me. I don't have anyone telling me how I have to do this exact way.
Yeah.
You got to be here. Like, it was almost like jail before. Like, I had to be at the school at 7 a.m. and I couldn't leave until
And
3.
everything was blocked.
I mean, yeah, we're literally like going to recess at like 12:42. Like,
Yeah.
it was so
Man.
precise.
Every day.
Like, and we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Every single day. So I needed the change. I needed something different. My daughter, was counting on me, and I'm just like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Forget it. Now, did I tell people?
No.
No, I didn't.
Sometimes it's good not to tell nobody.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody anything. I literally, and sometimes I sit back and I'm like, girl, you quit your whole job.
Whole job.
My whole job. And I don't necessarily recommend that, but
Yeah.
I quit it cold turkey and just dove headfirst into it.
You have no clients, like none of that.
Nothing. I hadn't even, when I tell you I had so much faith, it's just literally insane. I hadn't even passed the exam yet.
Yeah, you have a lot of faith.
I
Now
know.
that's a
I
risk.
I really
That's the
believed in
definition
myself, and
of a risk.
I knew that it was, I told you I didn't give myself any other options.
Right.
And my daughter not going to speech was not one of the options. That was one of the options.
Yeah.
So I knew if somebody out here that's hiring, I'm gonna get a job. Even if I had to just bartend solely, like I was gonna do that. Like, but
Just to
whatever,
get enough money to,
she was gonna go to the speech class that she needed to go to.
Right.
So the main thing is when you're like getting ready to take that risk, or you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to do that thing, you've got to have this super strong why for when it gets hard, like when you don't want to do it anymore, when it's like when your mood has changed from when you made the decision
it
to now.
every damn day.
My mood changes.
Man,
Mood, but that why is so big that it reminds me like, okay, this is why there are no other options.
Yeah.
So I would recommend that, like, you got to have this huge why and this huge reason why you even want to take this risk. Because once you take it, like, although the other thing will still be there, you got to take the options away so that you can stick to it.
Oh man, I love it. If somebody wanted to get into the insurance business industry, how could they do that?
It is so super easy. So
What are the steps?
yeah, not only is it the industry that creates the most millionaires, it's the most lucrative industry in the world.
Right.
It is the most inexpensive industry to get started with. So what you do is you just have to attain your life insurance license. And so this is something, we have like an online course that you join, and it tells you all the things, teaches you everything that you need to know.
Yeah.
Like the course study material to be able to take the exam. You take the life insurance exam, and then that's it. You have your license. And so it's about, I'd say $50 to sign up for the course, and the exam is $50. And then you pay for your license, and that like varies
Damn,
between
that is
states.
low cost to get in.
Oh, it's super low cost. So it's about like under $300 for the entire thing. Depending on the state, some states can be like a little bit more, like Georgia's a little bit more expensive than Alabama, but super low cost startup, and it's not something that takes a long time. So this is not the bar exam. This is not the the real estate exam. This is like one that is meant for people who are working part-time that want to do something on the side. So I would say like from start to finish, like starting the course and going and taking the test and getting your license, it would take about 2 to 3 weeks.
That ain't bad.
Oh no, it's such a quick thing.
Yeah. So how is the client, like your clientele? How do you all actually bring in leads?
Yeah, so that's another great question. So there's a couple of ways that we do things. One is like self-acquisition. So that's going to be just reaching out to people that are around you that you know, especially if you already have a niche. I have a girl on my team. She is such a freaking rock star, and she is because she's really great at social media, but she also had her own clientele already. She has a hair business.
Okay.
So she had people that trusted her with one thing, and so she just went back there. So if you are known like in a niche for something, if you're an athlete or you're in the military or whatever it is, like whatever your thing is, whoever you identify with, I would go to that area. So that's one way. We teach people how to get referrals. So we have like referral partnerships. So there may be someone that you do know that's super influential, but they're like, I don't want my life insurance license. I'm busy. I'm a luxury real estate agent, so I'm good. But my clients do need mortgage protection, so I'm going to send you people. So referral partnerships. And then we also do have leads that you can purchase. So basically, that's just like paying a technology to go out and scout people for you that are interested, that fill out something saying, I need this type of insurance, and then you call them and close the deal. So all those different types of avenues.
Anything you want to say to the people? Well, first and foremost, I was going to say, what was the biggest risk that you have taken leading up to this point? But you pretty much didn't answer it.
Yeah, I think so. Just this in general, this business, I will say expanding has been I'll say my latest risk.
Okay, latest risk.
My latest risk.
Yeah.
So before I was just in like a smaller niche of just like final expense in the life insurance world. But with Trillium, we expanded to like major wealth management. So bigger clients, a bigger game, going kind of from, a lake, a pond to the ocean.
To the ocean,
Yeah, so that's been my latest risk, is like getting into this more high-end clientele, but I've been enjoying it so much. It's been super cool to see the team evolve and take on like this new thing. So that's my latest risk.
I gotta ask you one more question. Who trained you? Like, did you learn this on your own, or you had to go through trial and error?
That is a really great question. So I would say I've had many mentors along the way. So definitely mentorship is important. It's so super important for you to be coachable. So I started out with, there was a woman, she is amazing in the industry. She pretty much built herself from rags to riches, and so followed her very closely. And then when I decided, okay, I want to move forward in wealth management, I got in the room with people who were where I wanted to be.
Right.
And so really latched on to them, reaching out to them, talking to them, asking them questions, just really hearing and seeing what they're saying. And so that's really it. Just like getting in the room, or even if you're not in the room, just like watching and taking it all in. But you want to get with the people who are where you want to be. And so that was it. That's really how I learned it. But then also too, like being self-made, like I'm a person that if you give me the play, I'm going to run it. So I just need to know the play.
Just know the play.
Yeah. So once I learned the play, it was like, okay, let's get it.
Now the play, what was the play, the beginning of it, since you was new at it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where did they start you at? Okay, we're going to start you off with 2 clients, or I'm going to show you how to get 2 clients.
Well, so that's it. So that's the play. So every successful business has systems, right? Systems stands for save yourself
Save
time,
yourself.
energy, and money.
You already
right?
know, yeah.
So we're saving ourselves time, energy, and money by, it depends on what you want to do. Say you want to recruit. Okay, we have a system for that. We have a script for that. We have a way that we recruit. We have a way that we build.
Okay.
Like, it's literally something that is like things that have been studied by people that have been in the industry for 80 plus years. So really, a lot of the play is like, and I love sports so much because it's like so true. So you'll hear me all the time like relating things to sports, but it's really about like a lot of the play is being coachable.
Right.
Like literally, if you think about a player and a coach, and the coach is saying, okay, son, this is what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Now, either you run the route like he said, and then you get points on the board, or you run whatever route you feel like running, and then we're still not scoring.
Yeah, so now we'll run the play.
Right.
Yeah.
So I literally just run the play that I'm told to run by the people who have been there before me. And that's what it is. And whether it's a script, and it's very simple stuff. I mean, we have the same PowerPoints, the same, like, it's a very like redundant thing. But one thing that one of my mentors says to me all the time is that you don't want to focus on like how you're saying the same thing over and over. You want to say old things to new people. Because you don't, because a lot of times we'll think, I need a new thing to say, right? McDonald's ain't saying nothing new.
Ain't nothing, man, you said something, I promise. Ain't nothing that they're doing is nothing new.
No.
And then check this out. You remember the M&M commercial with Santa Claus?
Yes.
You know how long they've been running that commercial? Like, shit, since I was like 5 years old.
I mean, because it ain't, there's nothing else to say.
There's nothing else to say.
You want just the same thing, thing, but you just want to say old things to new people. So that's mainly because the script is going to be the script.
Yeah.
Whatever we're going to say is whatever we're going to say. And so it's really just the way that you get your clientele, whether it's building the business through agents or whether it's building the business through production.
Right.
The way that you do that is it's a numbers game, and you just want to continue to keep talking to more people.
Right.
That's what I mean. This is literally monopoly. Like the person who talks to the most people, the person who builds the most relationships, you win.
Let the people know where to follow you.
Absolutely. So it's J Fendi, like the designer, J Fendi _ on Instagram, so you can find me there. I also have a business page. It's Trillium _ wealth on Instagram, and so everything else will take you go on that page on J Fendi or the Trillium page. You can find my number, you find my email. Reach out to me anytime, DM me. I'm super available. I'm always willing to give advice, help, whatever you need. I'm an open book.
Man, y'all connect with us. You just dropped $1 million worth of game on the Risk Takers Talk Show, man. All right, I'll see y'all next episode. Don't forget to like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow my girl, Jasmine, J Finley. We'll see you next episode. It's the Risk Takers. Let's
see you guys.